We're gonna talk about my dad's trailer court. Okay? Let's do, ooh. That's a good green color right there. Solid. Very solid. So, I don't remember when we bought it. I want to say like 7th grade, 8th grade, somewhere around there. My dad, in his infinite wisdom, decided that a good investment of his time and hard-earned money would be to purchase this ramshackle, disgusting, absolute bottom of the barrel trailer court on the wrong side of the tracks. Literally wrong side of the tracks. Even in a small town of 2,000 people, there's a wrong side of the tracks. Oh my fucking god, the traffic. Yeah. So it's, and you know, the best part about it is that, you know, there was actually some gentrification taking place in this area. You could call it gentrification. Because actually straight across the street from this absolute bag of shit trailer court was actually some rather nice houses. One of my 6th grade teachers lived in that area, and like he had like, you know, a 2-story, you know, gorgeously built house, probably for like $300,000 or whatever, and then literally just down the road is this ramshackle, you know, bottom of the barrel trailer court. And, you know, my dad buys it and it's like, oh great. And we go there, and I went there to do a whole lot of work with him there, and I was practically unpaid. One day he did pay me for my labor. He gave me $60, and I was like, yo, can we go here more often? But like there was 4 trailers to start, all in a little circle, and like the road into there, like little circly pit, was like scoria, but it was like the shittiest scoria you could possibly imagine. It was gross. Like, we had scoria at our house, or like for where we lived for a while there. The house in Death by Calculus, or not Death by Calculus, Murdered by Calculus. That's the house. You can see some of that scoria. And that was like nice, high quality, fresh scoria. Now this scoria was some of the most disgusting that I've ever seen anywhere. I have never in my life seen more disgusting scoria than that. I didn't even know that scoria could get that gross. And it turned into like this red sludge when it got wet. And it would get all over your shoes. It would be like, you know, super wet soil, except red and like rocky. It's just very odd in general. Like, I literally have to, you know, are you fucking serious? It shoots me into the fucking traffic. It's not enough that it had to fucking shoot me across the road. No, it shoots me directly into the traffic that I was deliberately trying to avoid. Unbelievable. It was nasty. I literally had to scrape it off my shoes. It was so bad. Anyway. So, God, why does it spawn traffic here? So there was 4 trailers. One of them was half decent. You know, it was hideous from the outside, but like on the inside, you know, there was like, you know, appliances and stuff. It had, you know, it was furnished. It had carpet and everything, man. It was really nice. Then there was a second one. I don't think I ever went into the second one because like the same guy lived there the entire time, and I'm pretty sure he was a crack dealer, and I didn't even want to deal with that shit. And he had some fucking nasty dogs that were absolute bitches. You know, some of the most unruly dogs that I've ever seen. And of course, you know, they never put them on a leash or anything. These fucking pit bulls that are out for blood. Don't put them on a leash or anything. No, please. So I never went into his house. And then there was everyone's favorite trailer. We called it the yellow trailer because it was this disgusting dark mustard yellow color on the outside. Like, we never painted it. It was hideous. We hated it. But no one ever wanted... I suggested on multiple occasions, like, you know, why don't we just paint this? And my dad was like, oh, it's too much work, you know. It costs a lot of money to paint the outside of the place instead of the inside. It's like, okay, but it's disgusting and everyone hates it. We could probably make an extra $200 a month if we just repainted it to something that wasn't hideous. No, we never did. I'm pretty sure it's still that hideous shade of yellow to this day. And then there was one more. It was at the west end, and it had like a fence and stuff. Anyway, I won all the C2 Mother Road Endurance challenges, so that's cool. I never did show the endurance trophy. I'm guessing it's right here. This will be the Circuit Endurance trophy. Obviously, I never managed to show that in the stream, but and that one was also pretty nice. It was probably the next nicest one. It had a fence. It had like its own little padded off area. One of my classmates lived there for a while. Yeah, that was pretty wild. But then we bought two more. We bought two more trailers that were already grounded. One of them had a really nice deck. That one was one of the nicer ones. It had like a little stair. It had like, I think it was like one that was like, there was an addition made later on. Cause like there was a little like 3-step staircase that went into the living area, and there was like a nice fireplace. It was honestly really nice. That was the nicest one. It did not come included with the originals. And then we bought another. We bought two more trailers, and they just sat without being grounded at any point in time. Like we just never bothered to ground those. I don't know if they were just that bad, but like, you know, we had two extra trailers. Like there were so many fucking trailers, dude. It was less of a trailer court, more like a trailer empire by the time we were done with it. Anyway. Oh my god, I just, oh, we're going to the exact same track except the other way around. I just got a booger in my mouth. That was not nice. Anyway. Yeah, there was a lot of times where we just go down there and just do some random shitty work, and it was some of the shittiest work that I've ever done. It was, there was, go away, you asshole. Yeah, you too, officer. Officer loud ass. Yeah, we'd have to go underneath, and like everyone's pipes would always freeze because we never thought to put fucking insulation in for the pipes. So those would always freeze and explode, and we have to go and fix that. It's like, yeah, I remember we bought a toilet. We bought a brand new toilet and literally threw the other one in the dumpster. That was an interesting day. One of my favorite days was we replaced the ceiling. I don't know why we had to replace the ceiling. I think it was because it was like a foam material, and like if it ever like got, you know, wet, it would destroy like the entire roof of the entire thing. And it was like, you know, in all likelihood the pipes are gonna burst, so let's just fix this while we have a shot. And then we put some, and then we put wood. We put wood. We made a wood ceiling. That was, I've never seen, apart from that trailer, a wood ceiling. It was honestly pretty neat. Since it was a trailer, it was really short, so it, you know, it kind of, you know, it was like you were literally living in a box. You know, because a lot of times, you know, like this apartment that I'm in right now has a vaulted ceiling in the living room that I'm in right now. So, you know, it's like, it doesn't feel like I'm living in a box. But even then, the rest of the ceiling, like, from where I'm sitting, it looks like the kitchen ceiling is like, you know, slanted a little bit. So, you know, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Go! That was an extremely traumatic. What are you doing? You had this race won, dude. I know there's 2 more laps, but he had it won. I didn't think I was ever gonna catch him again, but he's just fucking around in this section. What are you doing back there, sir? Are you okay? Anyway, there was an extremely traumatic story that I had. And we were there doing I don't fucking know what. but we were just there. And before we were gonna leave, like right as we're about to leave, my dad fucking goes to like take a piss or something. And he finds, drumroll please, a dead dog. Oh, fun. Someone's fucking Rottweiler died. And like half of its face had rotted away at this point. Like that's what I remember the most, is that half the face was already rotted away. And it's like, oh, that's nice. So it's not enough that I had to see a dead, are you fucking serious? Why? Not enough that I had to see a decomposing Rottweiler. That wasn't enough. No. My dad's like, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this dog in a tarp and we are going to drag it to the dumpster. And we are going to throw away this dog. We literally threw away this dog. Its corpse went into the dumpster. I'm not entirely sure where we were going with that. I don't know if you can take dead animals to the dump. I don't know if they accept that. There might be a policy against that in some capacity, you know? You know, some people have no dumping, you know, like trees and branches and like, you know, only certain dumpsters can have plastics and whatever. Everything else has to go into, you know, the recycle bin. Everything has to be separated. I don't know how they separated the dead dog from everything else, but you know, that's just what we did. That's what we did. And yeah. So that was interesting and traumatizing. I still think about that a lot, in fact. I don't know if that was a dog belonging to one of the people that lived there. I don't know. It was just a dead dog. It's very cool. Very cool indeed. I don't think we, well, you know, it was probably, and we needed to do something about it because, you know, a rotting, decaying corpse will attract some undesirable things, you know, other than heroin junkies. It's gonna attract some gross shit. But like, couldn't there have been like a more humane exhuming process instead of throwing the dead dog into the fucking dumpster? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't judge. Can't judge. Snap decisions. You have to let some snap decisions go. Because I honestly have no words. No words for that entire situation. It was not a good moment in my life, to say the least. What else did we do there? I remember I found like this crossbow thing. It was like a toy crossbow, but I could never figure out how to get it to work. I used to ride my dirt bike out there. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Did y'all know that I had like this dirt bike? We still have it, but like, you know, I never use it. And I really didn't use it much then either. I really didn't have anywhere to ride then. I really didn't care for it. I would have much rather had a go-kart or something. But, yeah, I rode that out there. There was like a nice, you know, giant field, giant empty swamp field right behind the trailer court that was technically ours. Technically part of the property. I'm sure there's more stories that I just can't think of right now. I remember there was this kid in, I think it was my class or a class below me, who lived at the yellow trailer for like 3 months. But like their entire family was very, very clearly under the influence of something. And like, they didn't have a car. We had to drive them around for like prescriptions. I remember we stopped at a drugstore. And they left me, and there was like 2 kids. One that was obviously close to me in age. I don't know what the other one was, but there was 2 of them, I know that. And yeah, they didn't stick around very long. I don't know what kind of, I don't know what was being trafficked, if it was drugs or the kids. One or the other, they didn't stay very long. Yeah, there was some fucking characters that my dad rented out to. I need to talk to him someday about what the fuck went on there. Like, he always, like, there were so many fucking junkies that lived there, that they would bring all their stuff there, and then they lived there for a month, and then they would leave. They would leave because, like, the feds caught up with them, so they'd leave all their shit. So that's where I got this TV that I'm using right now. This giant Sanyo TV that I've used ever since starting my channel. Well, not ever since starting my channel, that's a lie. Ever since moving to our one house in 2014. Is that a taxi? No, it's just a particularly yellow car. Interesting. Well, are you kidding me with these police officers? Yeah, yeah, my dad would always go there, and he would always, you know, go into the recently, you know, fled houses. And he'd always pick up a bunch of good shit. That's where we got that PS1, that's where I got this TV. I think someone left like a ukulele there once, that was weird. There was a snare drum that was left. It was like a brand new snare drum too. Probably could have gone for like 300 bucks, but we didn't sell it. Yeah, there was all sorts of awesome shit there. And I always wanted to go with him. Oh, that guy spawned in the wall. Did you see that? That one dude was spawned in the wall. Wow. Shit happens. Yeah, but I always wanted to go with him because I always wanted to find the cool shit. But he never let me go with, probably because he was always assuming that there would be some needles in there or something. And you know what, I get it, but like, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I have never done drugs, besides allergy pills. And that half a pot cookie I did once, that did virtually nothing. I could use a fucking pot cookie right about now. Could you? No, not the particularly yellow car. Anything but running into the particularly yellow car. I always wanted to go with and find shit with him. I thought it would be cool. But no, I never did. That was not a father and son bonding type moment, I guess. But yeah. I remember one time, I was with him and he got a call from someone who wanted to rent and he was like, okay. And it's like, he didn't want to drive me home, so I just went with. And I sat in the truck while he fucking talked to these people, and he came back like 5 minutes later and he was like, you want to know what those people were? That was white trash. That was the first time that I ever heard the term white trash, was that day. And I was like, I literally had no idea what he was talking about. It's like, oh, now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, those guys must have been nice. Oh. Because this was the shittiest trailer court that you could ever imagine. If you can think of a shitty trailer court, think harder, because this one was worse. By far. By far worse than any trailer court. Any location on a map that you could possibly think of. It was gnarly. And so only the lowest of the low tier class people would ever go there. And there were some toothless motherfuckers, there were, you know, a bunch of poor immigrants came and went. There was one dude that wanted to be like our maintenance guy in exchange of having a lower rent. And my dad basically jumped at that because he was like, man, maintaining this place sucks a lot. And this guy will do it basically for free as long as he gets to live there for free, and it's like, shit. Why not? Did this man seriously just run into this traffic and not even slow down? I'm pretty sure this man just ran into the back of that particularly yellow Monte Carlo shaped car, and I'm almost certain that he did not slow down even a little bit from that. He's just driving off. I cannot keep up with this man. Yeah, especially if you put traffic in the exact fucking place that I need to turn. And this fucking officer needs to shut up. Because this is a sound that a lot of the people that lived at the trailer car heard. Yeah, like the police got called there quite often. There was one time that police got called there, and like my dad was talking about it, and he kept saying that the police got called there because there was a bunch of minors at a party. And I didn't know what the term minor, as in, you know, under the age of 18 meant. I did not know that term existed, so I thought like he was talking about minors like the guys with the pickaxes that go into caves. That's what I thought. It's like, why'd you call the police on the miners? They probably had a hard day at work. They probably were just trying to have a nice party. Maybe they found some gold. You know, why'd you have to bring the police in? Why'd you have to get the cops involved? Did they steal the gold? Oh my god, I literally thought that. I don't know, dude. I was a very sheltered youngin', but anyway. Yeah. And I think there's most likely been several domestic disputes that took place there. What else? There were people dumping shit into our garbage cans. The dumpster where the dead dog went. There was other people dumping shit in there. You know, it's all right if we dump the dead dogs into the trash can, but if other people do that, that's when we have a problem. That's when we have a problem on our hands. And yeah, so we had to put up a sign that said no illegal dumping. And I don't think anyone listened to it. There was this one time where I had to take a whole bunch of boxes from our house and throw it away at the trailer court. And this kid, like this 14-year-old kid, comes up to me like, "Hey yo, you're not supposed to dump shit here." And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. My dad owns this place." And it's like, and as I was driving away from that situation, I kind of reflected on what I said. It's like, oh, the race is over. Nice. I reflected on what I said, and it was like, I literally said, "Oh, my dad owns this place." It's like very casually. And I'm reflecting on that. It's like, wait a minute. I just put this young man on the spot. This young man who lives here in poverty. And I come in with my brand new 2013 Ford Fusion. And I dump a bunch of shit into the garbage. And when he comes up, he, the concerned citizen, who actually pays attention to the sign. No one paid attention to the sign. And I literally just brush it off like, oh yeah, my dad owns this place, it's cool. It's like, this good Samaritan actually paying attention to assholes using our fucking dumpster. Illegally. And I didn't even say thank you for paying attention. I still think about that. It's just like, Oh, I think this is the version of this track, yeah. I think this is the exact same version of this track and the exact same car where I got the most pissed off that I've ever gotten pissed off at in this game. Is that one fucking race. And I'm pretty sure it was a 3-lap race then too, so. Cool. Can't wait to get pissed off in this again. Any other stories from there? I'm gonna have to get my dad in on that one because obviously he's the one that's gonna have the most stories from there, because I remember my mom saying that she wanted us to get rid of that trailer court as fast as possible because literally this is the words that she uses, that someday someone's gonna shoot my dad when he comes down there to get rent. It's like, that was the anticipation. It was some of the grossest shit you could think of taking place there. I had to mow the lawn there. I had to drive our lawnmower all the way from our house to the fucking
trailer court because my mom just didn't let me hitch a trailer to the pickup and, you know, put it on the trailer and drive there in the pickup like a sensible person. No, I had to drive the lawnmower itself all the fucking way to this trailer court and back multiple times. I never saw any weird shit when I did that though, so. They must have only done that when there weren't too many junkies. You know, like 1 or 2 junkies you can handle, but like an entire village of junkies, you know, that's when the situation starts getting a little awry. This man is stopped on the minimap. Do you see that? He's just sitting there. What is he doing? He's just sitting there. He's not moving. Alright, so it looks like we won this race by default because this man is sitting. Is he going backwards? I distinctly saw that yellow dot go backwards on the map. You cannot say that I did not. I saw that. Alright, well he's moving now, so if I lose this race now, I'm gonna fucking scream. Holy shit, this man sat for so long. Just contemplating life there. What on earth? What was that? That was insane. Where's the interval? What's the interval at? 45:58. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm 45 seconds ahead. That's cool. Neat. Alright, well, I better not lose this now. Shit. I've been going to Walmart on a regular basis. I think I said this in a different playthrough. But I've been going there on a regular basis, and I had a fruit cup. I got some mixed fruit. Some mango, peach, pear, I'm pretty sure. All just delicious, by the way. All of that stuff is good. Mangoes are amazing. Peaches are amazing. Pears are pretty good. I haven't had a pear in a while. I remember when I was in first grade, we had to taste some fruits. And like, that was like my peak picky eating times. Like, I would never eat anything other than like frozen chicken nuggets. Basically, that was my entire diet, was chicken nuggets. And they brought in some pears one day. They brought all sorts of fruits. They brought in an apple, and the apple really wasn't that good. Apples are boring. They brought in a pomegranate. It's like, I didn't even know pomegranates existed before today. I was like, what is this? What is this foreign delicacy? And they had grapes. Grapes aren't that amazing. They're okay, you know, they're tolerable. But the pears. When this lady brought in the pears and I took a bite out of that pear, I was like, yo, this is my quality shit. And we had to do like a report. We had to write a poem. We had to write a poem about our favorite fruit. I knew one chick did a pomegranate. I know are you? Excuse me. You want to run that by me one more time? Alright, so that'll be the reason why he did not reset for 45 seconds. What the fuck was that? What is the physics going on, and why is this man straddling the yellow line? That's illegal. It's a double yellow line. You can't cross it, you fucking psycho. My best friend at the time, and all time probably, honestly, if we're thinking about it here, like my actual best friend forever. He also did his poem about pears. I don't know if we bounced ideas off each other, but we made our pear poems. And I think what happened is that they took like the official turn-in versions of the assignment, and they laminated the sheets and made like a nice little booklet out of all of our fruit poems. I wonder who has that. I think there was only one copy of that. I don't know who had that. I don't know who got to take that home. But yeah, pears are some good shit. I don't think they brought in peaches. I don't think they brought in mangoes. Did mangoes exist back then? Were we down in the Galapagos Islands picking out mangoes and shit back then? All right, well that race was absolutely wild. Wow. I really don't have any words other than wow for what just took place. Absolutely insane.
So, I'm real fast, and the fact that you're a racer is a fiddle-dee-doo. My mom says let's all die here. I don't understand why. Gonna take that package. Are we gonna take the package? It's good for your health. Your legs will get stronger. We're cars. We don't have legs. Ooh woo.